Hi everybody. Today I wanted to talk about how society's expectations will stop an INFJ quick from living a fulfilling life. I think this will be a great conversation because many INFJs will search an entire lifetime looking for fulfillment, not realizing it was there the entire time. We just weren't allowing it to come into our lives. We weren't taking it for ourselves because we were so caught up on the fact that we weren't living to society's expectations. I think this will be a fun conversation because I know I've experienced this, and I'm going to share my story of how I experienced this and how it stopped me from living a life full of fulfillment. So welcome to my channel. If we haven't met before, my name's Trina. I'm an INFJ and I'm also autistic. I created this channel with hopes of helping people like myself, INFJs and autistic INFJs, feel seen, heard, understood, and less alone. And I also wanted some place where I could put resources that have helped me and I know will help other people like myself, because I do know from experience it can be really hard trying to find resources for us because we are a unique personality type and embrace that uniqueness. So anyway, welcome to my channel. I hope you find it helpful. If you're returning, I'm grateful that you came back. I'm so grateful for all my viewers. I also invite you to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I would appreciate your support. Okay, let's get into this. Oh, one more thing before we really get going. I know I've talked about this a lot, but I'm going to talk about it again because I think it's important. The HSP Toolbox, the Highly Sensitive Person Toolbox course. I did not write it. I write most of my own courses. However, this one I did not write, but it is an excellent course for high sensitive people. INFJs are by far one of the highest sensitive type people. And if you're autistic INFJ, you are even much higher sensitivity. This course gives us holistic tools so that we can feel energized, not so overwhelmed, not so burnt out, not that feeling where we just want to go hide in our rooms with our blankets over our heads, so that we can do those things that matter in our life. What's going to bring us fulfillment? It's a great course. If you want more information on it, follow the link that I'm going to put in the description of this video, and it will take you there. The link is the right one this time. My past videos, I put the wrong link, so it just took you to a website, and you had to search for this course. This one will take you right directly to the course. Sorry about that. That's my techie experience, so that was my fault. That was on me. Anyway, let's get into this. So society has an idea about what people should be like. They have this box, and if you don't fit into this box, you're no good. INFJs never fit in the box. We're always outside the box doing our own thing and being who we are, and we get judged harshly. We get told we're strange, we're weird. We get ostracized, which hurts deep, right? However, we are a unique personality type, and embrace that uniqueness. I might have already said that, but that's okay because I really mean it. We are different because we are just wired different. We cannot help it. So we are deep introverts. We are not private people. We are private people. Sorry, erase that. We are very private people. My words came out backwards. And not only that, we really enjoy helping people. Now, there's parts of our personality type that allow us to read people really well too. We cannot help that. It's something that comes natural to us, but it makes other people uncomfortable, right? These all make us so we don't fit in society's boxes. And when we don't fit in this box, people will lash out at us. They'll judge us. They'll call us names. They'll tell us we are not welcome. And it will stop us. It will actually stop us from taking action, doing the things that we want to do. We allow it to take control of us. So what I mean by that is, sorry, I have a squeaky chair here. What I mean by that is, I'm going to tell you a story. It's my story, a personal story of mine. I was volunteering at one of my son's at the school. They had a parent group, and I really loved it. It brought me fulfillment. I love doing volunteer, and I love helping people, especially when it's like for kids and you get to bring in like cookies for them to decorate or do warm lunches or whatever it may be, right? Something exciting, and you can see the excitement in them, and it brings me so much fulfillment. So much fulfillment. Well, I was busy helping, and when they needed help, I would go. I had the time, I would go. And it was only a matter of a few months that I volunteered. They were looking for help, so I volunteered. And their response was, no, we don't need your help. You're not welcome here. I was like, what? Oh, that hurt. And I mean, I'll admit it. It dug deep. It got me really deep. That pain was real. And of course, it triggered other things that have happened in my life of, right back to being in it was actually junior high, middle school is what it's called now. And I was way back in the olden days, it was called junior high in my area. And kids yelling at me to get away from them because they didn't want me near them. And it was all because I didn't fit into society's box. Anyway, going back to my story of the school, even though this brought me much fulfillment, I looked forward to it and it would just raise my vibration up. I stopped going. So I stopped doing the thing that was bringing me fulfillment in my life. Not only that, I isolated myself because I thought it was something bad. I did something bad. It was my badness that brought this on myself, right? Sorry, I was just thinking of the next item that I wanted to go to idea. That badness, we internalize it in ourselves and we will carry it with us and it will continue to grow, leading to lots of issues within ourselves. Now, the thing to remember is society has this idea of one size fits all, right? And it's not like that. And it drives me nuts because on one hand, we know that society has this box that you need to fit in. And if you don't, you're a bad person, you're horrible, you're weird, you're strange, whatever it may be. But yet on the other hand, they're saying, be your unique self. Always show up your authentic self. You have seen that posted all over social media, right? And it contradicts each other because when you show up as your unique self, oftentimes you're pushed away. Now, why does this happen? I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know. It could be the fact that humans, are naturally afraid of and don't like things they can't understand. INFJs are very difficult to understand. We have a hard time understanding ourselves a lot of the time. So of course, other people aren't going to understand you or us. It could be because there's something about us that triggered something internally with that person. They have something going on inside them and something about us reminded them of that. And it's easier to poo on somebody than it is to look in the mirror and admit that you need to go and do some work on yourself, right? It's easier to rain on somebody else's parade. Could be those reasons. Who knows? Who knows why? And the why isn't important. What is important is the fact that oftentimes when that happens to us, when we don't fit in society's box, we allow it to take fulfillment away from us, from the thing that we search for most of our life, right? Fulfillment. It will stop us from taking that, and we're worthy of taking it. We are allowed to take fulfillment, to go and do the things that bring us joy, that bring us meaning, that sort of thing, regardless of what people think. So what to do when things like this happen? Now, these are things that I have figured out for myself along the way, because it's happened to me many, many times. I could keep going with stories. I've got one that's going on presently that I'm preparing for, because I think that now I got to tell you. Okay, so my son joined this kids group. I won't name what it is in town, and nothing against it. I think it's going to be great. And the parents are expected to volunteer, which, fine, that's cool. I'll do it, right? So Jay and I are both volunteering. Now, I know one of the ladies in this group does not like me. Why doesn't she like me? I don't know. She's never even stopped to have a conversation with me. She's never even tried to get to know me, but I do know she does not like me because I have experience with her before. Probably because I'm weird or strange and I make her uncomfortable. Not my problem. That's something she's got to work out, right? But anyway, she's involved with this group. So I said to Jay, just be aware that I'm going to do the volunteering and stuff, but be aware that I probably am going to get told that I'm not welcome or have issues with this one lady. Anyway, so this is what I got going on presently. I probably shouldn't have warned Jay about that, because I know now I just put that energy out there if you're a little woo, but I just know from past patterns, this is what goes on. So we'll see. We'll see what happens, right? So anyway, I had to share that story. I couldn't leave you guys hanging. So now I was moving on to, what do we do about this so that it doesn't stop us from living that fulfilling life, from doing the things that we want to do? The first thing that I found helpful was to feel those hurt feelings. When things like that happen, it hurts. And that, I've said it before, that hurt is real. That feeling of when we're told to get away or to stop coming or you're not welcome here, it's like a knife getting pushed in and like twisted. It's real, right? Allow those feelings to be felt. Don't hold them in, because they're just going to grow and grow and grow and become worse and worse. So feel them, let them out, breathe through it, move through it, whatever your body wants to do, but feel it. Paint. Maybe you want to go paint a picture. Colors are really great expressions of emotions, right? Just admit that it hurts. That hurt. That takes the power away from it. So much power when you say, you know what? That hurt. That really did hurt me. I felt that. It takes power away from it. The next thing is realize that it's happening. This is huge. Realize that it's happening, because now when we realize it's happening, we can also be mindful of it stopping us from taking the action for doing the things that we want to do, right? When I was in that parents group, I stopped going. I was like, oh, what did I do? That was my badness. What did I do? I was wrong. I don't know what I did. I'm a horrible person. And I stopped going. Even though it brought me so much fulfillment, I stopped going. So now I know, realize it's happening so that it doesn't stop you from showing up. Which leads me into my next point. This could be a tough one. Confront the person for a little more explanation on what's going on. Is there a misunderstanding? Come from an angle of love and kindness. Maybe this isn't an option. Like some people aren't willing to confront. And INFJs usually aren't. We don't like confrontation, but other people don't like it either. But it is a simple question. And it's fair enough to ask, like, okay, like, what's going on? Why are you feeling this way? And if they won't tell you anything, or maybe they do answer it and it's not an honest answer, like they're just picking at things and lashing out at you some more, remember that you are the judge of who you are. We are our own judge. So a little thing that I like to say is, I will be the judge of that. You can either say it to them or not. Just say it to yourself internally. That's fine too, right? And continue to show up if you can. Now, in some instances, you may be told you cannot come here. And then, okay, I mean, if they're ruling that, if they're the overseer of that, then go find somewhere else. Obviously, that place isn't meant for you anyway. It's probably pretty toxic to begin with. So go find somewhere else. Don't allow it to stop you from taking the action to finding the fulfillment that you need, that you want, that we desire, right? Move on to the next. Okay, this opportunity, this wasn't for me. They can have it themselves. Good luck with that. And now we're going to move on to a new one. Don't internalize it. Don't spend a lot of time internalizing it, trying to figure out why, what's going on, what you did. Just move on. Just move on. I did a video on this, on how to release the need to know why. It will be posted in my next video. I haven't posted it yet, but keep watch for it because it's a very interesting video. INFJs, we spend a lot of time on trying to figure out why, far too much. I've spent years, like 6 years, trying to figure out why on one situation, and it was horrible. Anyway, keep moving on. And the next thing that really helped me, this was huge, is reframe those labels. Weird, strange, whatever. I take, when somebody calls me weird, it's like, thanks. It's thanks. I'll take it as a compliment. I am weird. Okay, thanks for noticing, right? When you say that to them, it will stop them in their tracks, be like, what? But anyway, If it wasn't for weird or strange, we wouldn't have beautiful paintings. We wouldn't have songs to sing. We wouldn't have songs to dance to or dances. There would be no stories to entertain our minds. There'd be no medicine. There'd be no vehicles. There would be no airplanes. You know, the Wright brothers who invented airplanes, flying, they were ridiculed. They were judged so harshly. They were shunned. Because people can't fly. You're crazy, you weirdo. They didn't stop. That didn't stop them. If it had stopped them, if they allowed it to stop, we wouldn't have airplanes. Think of it like that. So reframe those labels. That's why when people call me weird or strange, I'm like, yeah, thanks, I am. Because if it wasn't for people like me, we wouldn't have these things that you enjoy. So there we go. I hope this was helpful for you. I really do hope it was helpful. Again, if it was, please like my video and I invite you to subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for joining, and I will see you really soon with another video. And that video is going to be on how INFJs can release that need to know. It's a great video, so keep watch for that. I'll talk to you real soon. Bye for now.